EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm very excited. Oh, the anticipation. Ooh.
Think fast, Chocolate! Give her there! Woogie, woogie, woogie! Babies are just kind of like almost have souls, but not yet. So if a baby dies, it's like, well.
What?
Yeah. Or if you have too many kids, you can just kill them because they're just like animals.
What the fuck are you talking about?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Oh my God, what have I done? Do it again. All I wanted was a little fun. Do it again. Got a brain like bubblegum. Do it again. Blowing up my cranium. Do it again.
Want a break from the ads? Upgrade now to Spotify
Carefully put together
Premium and enjoy ad-free music.
Of irrefutable evidence.
But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why?
Worker, you job haver, or you have a job, don't you? Employee, college student, shower taker. What are you, employee?
I'm number one.
I'm very excited now. Anticipation. Ooh.
Damn, Daniel! Damn, Daniel!
Rise and shine, Freeman. I fucked your mom.
Yes.
People.
In mind. A great deal.
Hey, you want some company, mister? You sure?
Home Sing Yo. Home Sing Yo, Squid Game. From the Squid Game. Using the Squid Game, Home Sing Yo.
Hello Jimmy, hello you. I am going to make a delicious dinner meal.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
All I wanted was a little fun. Got a brain like bubblegum. Blowing up my cranium.
Yo, I have the wrong thing on. I do this almost every time. It's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito with 5009 BPM. Thank you very much. Hi! I'm finally gonna do Canto 8! Finally gonna be close to catching up. Close to catching up, but not quite there. Because we still have 8.5 intermission! And then, what else do we have? Oh yeah, we also have the Arknights collab! You gotta do that! Well, I don't have to, but I will. I think I'll be able to do it all within 22 days. I hope. Pre-telling that, you know, that I don't have Omega spooky wookie weird champ shit happening that's constantly letting me not be able to play the game on stream. Otherwise, though, I think we'll be good. Butter dog over the butt. Oh shit! Oh, you can. Oh shit! Never. Oh wow! You can already do 8.5. Oh, you can. Wow! All right. You can do technically that intervallo without even doing Canto. But hello, Zarello. Hello, Apollo. Hello, I love rolling dice. Welcome in. Hope you're doing fantastic. We doing the Honglun Canto C. It's been a little bit since I've last go. Actually, before we do that, I have another 10 pull. I saved up just enough for another 10 pull, which I, of course, am going to. Yeah, me going schizo and then forgetting I actually have the 10 pull, like I thought I did. So I'm actually very close into getting the Faust Ego that I so much want. After all, I got the Hongless yet. I feel like the game was already being pretty generous. Give me the Honglessy. I didn't really want the Honglessy. I want the Faust one beyond a reasonable doubt. I want the Greg. I mean, I kind of want the Greg one because I know the Greg one's good. But I hear Faust. I mean, I don't know. Faust one looks cool. That's all I care about. Faust one looks cool. Greg, good. Not interested though because it doesn't look as cool. It does not look as cool. It does not have the character that I recognize from Arknight's anime. You know who else is freaky? My mom. These nuts are also freaky in your mouth. Got him. So can I have? Hey, I can have 7 people in a team. Splendid. Actually, I should have U4, U5, U6, U7. Alright, splendid. Can you make me a firefish Greg with a base ego lantern? Solum and his collapsed ego. Flowers wilt, petals fall, a drizzle, a blossom, sky blotting. Despite the memes. Despite the memes, I'm gonna try and have like the voices play, then read read. We are indeed in China. I think Hong was supposed to be China. I'm not quite sure who. I'm not quite sure. I think Honglu was China. So yes, Honglu, we doing the China now. China. Colors fade, fragrance dies, but who shall mourn their passing? I'm not gonna do the funny voice because they're doing it for me. To the garden I go and hand a flower. Maybe I should like cut down on the memes. Only to paste less crush and scattered blossoms of May. Then again though, the entire premise I have them up is because I was expecting to be playing like multiplayer games. Here I thought I'd be doing Mecha Break, but here we are instead of playing a visual novel. Thus is in this troubled world I breathe. To shut my eyes is my soul reprieve. Little Bayou, you must have walked and toiled tirelessly in your journey home. I'm sorry you have to go back to the corporate hellhole rolling dice. Yeah, I hope one day we can have a modern Johnny Silverhand. Unfortunately though, Johnny Silverhand also, you know, killed multiple civilians in his attack. But hopefully, you know, we can get like the modern Johnny Silverhand but Robin. Or, you know, he only kills a bit where he only gay mans big rich people. Maybe. Then again, though, you know what? You know, I mean, hey, you know, it's just like Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, you game in the rich people? Well, they're just gonna get replaced with other rich people that have the same beliefs. XD, it changes nothing. Sag. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do the voice anyway. I feel like it. I wouldn't say I suffered much, grandmother. My days were filled with new, interesting things to say. Johnny Silverback gorilla. Ugh, what are they talking about over there? There's... They're sitting so far apart that I can hardly hear them. I mean, is this even a dining table? I can't even see who sent the other end from here. There is no female Dante. It's not real. It's all in their head, just like pyrocynical, like in inflation, all in their head. Is there anything bothering you, my dear guest? If this humble servant can help you with any... Oh, there's something bothering me, alright. We're in a bit of a meal. Can you please stop? No. Everything, nothing's bothering us at all. Everything's good. Damn, they have a... Man, they're breaking out all the character models. Now, by you, my boy. When will you introduce me to your new friends?
나 참 남의 부모님을 만났을 땐 어떻게 돼야 할지 영 어색해가지고. 시선은 어딜 둬야지? 이 정도로 웃으면 되나? 아니 너무 경박해 보이지는.
Oh boy, I never know how to act in front of others' parents. Where should I look? Is this an appropriate size for a polite smile? I hope I don't come off too smarmy.
그럴 필요까지는 없어요. 내 집이다 여기시고 편하게 있으세요.
Haha! It's nothing to fuss over. Think of this as your own place and enjoy your time here.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Thank you.
라고 하기엔 집이 넓어도 너무 넓어서 편할 수가 없는데 말이지.
Nah, shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing it. It's gonna take forever to pass the game if I do this. If I voice every one of them.
There's no time to relax. Shimmy, hey, there's no time to rest. Time for some supersonic speed.
Actually, this is but actually no. What district is this?
Super idol the show. Invincible, can he?
I don't, you know, I was gonna like say district number of like whatever Honglu's is, but I don't quite remember what district number Honglu's in, so I can't even do the bit that I was planning to do now. I don't remember. Our servants visit them once a month to click the anyone in, if they're still alive then. Oh.
홍루 씨, 지금까지 들은 것 중 제일 웃긴 농담이었어요.
But it wasn't a joke, Sinclair.
웃기려고 한 말은 아니지만 덕택에 재밌으셨다면 다행이에요.
그런데 홍루군, 다른 형제들은 어디에 있는가? 그대의 환영식이라고 들었는데 말이요.
내 환영식이기도 하거든.
Hi, the Yuji Tune. The Tsundere. Tsundere, but for her brother.
같은 식탁에 앉아본 것만 해도.
What is that called? What does it mean to be a tsundere to like your brother? Is that still tsundere? I would assume that's still a tsundere, right?
말 걸지 마. 아까 내가 한 말 잊었어? 난 이제 너희들과는 완전히 등을 돌린 사이라니까.
Aw, yeah.
우리가 먼저 말을 걸었나? 우리 포기가.
Rodin got a point.
이렇게 제 몫을 하는 사내가 되어 무탈한 모습으로 돌아오니 그것만으로도 더 이상 바랄 게 없습니다.
For some reason, I don't believe Lady Wang here. Obviously, Markiplier would win against Metro Man because Metro Man does not have anything. Metro Man would not be able to defend against Darkiplier. Markiplier's alter ego. And Darkiplier is just the spawn of Satan. Get fact-checked, libtard.
재촉할 생각은 없지만 다음 출가 날짜는 언제니?
What do you mean?
아직 정해진 건 없어요, 어머니.
What is interesting?
나는 그저 이곳에 계속 머물러 있다가 소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 염려스럽단다. 가모님도 그렇게 생각하지 않으십니까?
그래.
우리의 둘도 없는 진귀한 보물. 이 속세에 남아있지 말고 때가 되면 다시 떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
그럴게요. 할머니, 어머니.
Throughout the entire family discussion, Hong Lu's expression remained the same, in that tranquil, perpetual smile. Despite his return after years of wandering, being met with the family obvious push to make him... Despite his return after years of wandering, being met with the family's obvious push to make him leave as soon as possible. He stands unaffected, as though we were expecting this gaudy yet hollow welcome. With his attitude being so passive, I also had no choice but to watch as a bystander. A few hours ago...
이제 곧 가마가 오겠군요.
What do they... Wait, come on. Can we not do that? Is anyone else... Alright, who else gets annoyed? I get annoyed... Alright, let me phrase it like this. I get annoyed whenever any form of media displays weird, epic climax. Actually, no, this... weird, epic climax, yes. Whenever any, like, piece of media, like a TV show, be like, oh, whoa, look at this big action event going on. Whoa, 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 explosions. Oh, people dying. And it's just like 4 hours ago. It's just like, can we not do that? Now you just want me, all I'm gonna do is anticipate that moment. Or I'm going to skip through the show just to get there. Like, everything else, I'm not like, you got me, like, you quite literally, you did the Oonga Boonga monkey brain where you caught me full attention at the big climax. And then you're like, oh, actually, that was, that was a couple hours ago. Here's what, here's what's happening now that you're gonna witness now. Hours ago before the cool thing happens. No. How about you actually have good storytelling to the cool thing? Instead of, just be like, oh, yeah, cool thing, oh, cool thing, and boring thing. It's not hard. It's not hard if you try. Just it's not even hard to not even. You don't even have to try. If your story's already good, here's what you gotta do. Just don't do it. Just don't have your film or movie start out at the climax. It's that easy. If everything about it is good, just don't do that because it annoys me. Because all it does is I'm just like, oh yes, they're doing that cliche like Oonga Boonga monkey brain. They need to hook, line, sinker all the bozos that have to see cool guys like explosions. Let's go into a movie. You know what? That's the realest take. Imagine going to a movie. There's a big climax at the start, then freeze frame. I bet you're wondering how I got here now, huh? Yep, that's me. My name is John Doe. 12 hours ago, I was actually just some normal guy off the street. You're wondering how I got here? Well, fuck you. Yeah, I wish it's how it went. Credits rolled and credits stop. Black frame, lean to white frame. Imagine this. No, this is actually what happened. Oh. And then the story began. I would like that. I don't think even YouTubers that have parodied that shit when everybody was doing that thing. I don't even think a YouTuber did that parody. You're probably how I got up here. Well, here's the thing. You're a dumbass. Actually, this didn't happen at all. I'm dead. Just kidding. Here's where story.
가마. 우와, 여기는 무슨 가마를 타고 다니나 보네. 그치 그래?
그래, 소두씨. 우리가 그 가마라는 것을 타고 가는 거지.
Like Limbus company did it at Intermission 7.5, but that was like a funny, I don't know. The entire was it 7.5? Yeah, no, not 7.5. It was 3.5. 3.5. It's like, okay then, because 3.5 was an intermission. It was a funny haha, like, intermission. The usual comedy pairs despite... The usual comedy pairs... What the... Huh? The usual comedy pairs? Oh, I'm reading that as despite. Am I... You know, somehow the more I read this visual novel, the worse my writing and my reading skills gets. I don't quite understand that, but okay. Despite the usual comedy pairs, desperate efforts to lighten the mood are particularly appreciated, as tragically ineffective they seem to be.
여러분들과 가시춘 씨는 H사의 주요 가문의 일원이 거주하는 대관원으로 가시게 될 거예요.
Dongyuan means Grandview Garden? Well, that's a boring name. No milk? Real. No, too flat, no milk. Wait, too flat? Hey, I like my girls flat. Gotta become more cultured. If they send a whole palanquin to pick us up, huh? Does Hanwoo's family already know that he'll be participating in that family hierarchy war?
그쪽에서는 아직 모르는 사안일 겁니다. 회사도 정보 유출을 막기 위해 방금 저희에게 이 사항을 전달했을 테니까요. 그저 귀향한 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨를 환대하기 위해 보낸 것일 테죠. 그런 만큼 가마를 타고 갈 수 있는 건 초대를 받은 여기 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨 그리고 그들을 따르는 세력들뿐. LCCB 팀과 베르길리우스 씨, 카론 씨는 함께할 수 없죠. 안타깝게도.
It is what it is. Skin. You're skinless? Well, you know, hey, that's a good thing. Lightning McQueen. You know, I was taught by the epic legendary Lightning McQueen, you know, if you don't like your skin, peel it off. So now that you have no skin, you can start anew. You can be just like the epic Peacemaker skin now from the epic game Fortnite with the epic Peacemaker dance. You know, the Peacemaker dance that's being taken down.
항상 이런 식이지. 우리 집 어른들은 여기 있는 사람들 다 재워도 티도 안 날 만큼 넓으면서. 어머나, 그 말은 좀 감동인걸요? 가시춘 씨도 저희와 헤어지기 아쉬우셨나 봐요. 방금 전에 시원한
Ah, Sade. What wonderful sarcasm.
꼬락서니가 얄밉네.
Well, what do you mean? We couldn't have seen this coming. I even saw Day. She's not the higher up. She's like, you know, quite literally, we have like 50 managers. She's probably third. She's probably like ranked number, I don't know, 25 in managers or something.
가주대전에 참가한다는 게 무슨 뜻인지 다 알고 승낙한 거야? 우리가 가주 심사라는 버젓한 명칭을 두고 왜 대전이라고 말하고 다니는 거라 생각하는 거야? 너희는 이제부터 언제든지 목숨이 노려지는 곳으로 들어가는 거라고. 당연히 나를 포함해서.
Oh, we'll be just fine. And I already know because of 8.5, you're not gonna kill us. You're a nice girl.
그때는 웨이가 네 목숨줄을 지켜줬지만 이젠 밤중에 직접 목숨줄을 끊는 암자로 찾아갈 수 있다는 거야.
That's just a theory, a game theory, a film theory, a food theory, a style theory.
How has discover new biomes and areas in a big game? I don't know. At that point, I'm just like, oh, okay, I found a new biome. I'm bored. If I don't care, you know, it's like Elden Ring. It's like Elden Ring. Oh wow, I found the mushroom tree. Whoa, this is kind of cool. Except I had to look up a guide for the mushroom tree I had to look up a guide to the mushroom tree because I couldn't figure out how to get there. Because I already watched and heard about the mushroom tree from other people. And then I went there, I was just like, oh yay, another giant ass boring area to explore. Wow, the opening is so cool. And then the rest of the area is ass. How about can we go back to like Dark Souls 3 days? Can we just have small, tiny, whiny games that actually have good, compact, hidden, small, inky, winky, twinky details? Instead of, wow, giant, epic game! Oh, there's nothing there. You see the feet? We got Melania, the Blade of Mikla. We got that. We got the feet. You guys like feet, right? Feet are cool, right? Yeah, we got feet in our game. Mikla, the Blade of Melania. Feet. Feet. Games during cutscenes, heroes and indoor enemies are super epic. games during gameplay. How to be. Have you seen the gameplay for the new Silent Hill F? I didn't see anything about the gameplay up until this morning, and it was a clip making fun of the game where someone was just like, it was quite literally, someone was just like, oh, Silent Hill F, you know, if you showed this gameplay footage to anybody without the knowledge it was Silent Hill, do you think they would understand it's Silent Hill? No. Dude, Silent Hill looks like Silent Hill looks like bootleg Dark Souls. It just looks like a worse version of any Dark Souls. It looks like a ripoff of a ripoff. Imagine what's the best game to compare this to? There's like one Souls-like game that I can think of that's kind of well known. That's a ripoff of a Souls-like. I don't remember the name offhand. I have it on my wish list though. As long as Steam does not mess up, I can spot it on my wish list. Where is it? I think I do have it on my wish list, don't I? I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I do. Introya! Alright, imagine a ripoff of Introya, the last song. You know what, even better, imagine Black Myth Wukong. Imagine Black Myth Wukong. You downscale, you set the graphics though to like medium, and then you make the fast-paced combat 1/4 of the speed. That looks like Silent Hill F's gameplay. It does not even look like anything Silent Hill. I've watched people play Silent Hill. I've never played any Silent Hill. I've just watched people play it. I feel like Silent Hill F has nothing to do with Silent Hill. It just looks like a bootleg of a Dark Souls game, and not a good looking one as well. Silent Hill Loud Mountain. Running river versus quiet water. Way looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare. Yeah, I don't know. Silent Hill F just does not look like a Silent Hill game. And the gameplay does not look enticing either, because it just looks like a very... Oh, you know what it does? Oh! Great comparison. It looks like Lords of the Fallen. This isn't Silent Hill, it's Soylent Hill. I saw the... What did I see? I saw the like the equivalent of the Soy Giga Chad. The Soy Giga Chad character from Silent Hill versus the Soylent character from Silent Hill F versus the Giga Chad main character from Silent Hill 3. Was it Silent Hill 3 or was it 4? I don't remember who was the girl character. I think that was either 3 or 4. I don't remember. I always mix up Silent Hill 3 and 4 because 3 is when Blonde Woman returns to Silent Hill. One of them is when Blonde Woman returns to Silent Hill, and the other one is in Base of the Room. I know. Where's that 5? There's too many Silent Hills, man. I think Silent Hill F would have been a. It would have been better if Silent Hill F did not rely on the Silent Hill brand name. I feel like a lot of with Silent Hill F, from what I've seen, with the extremely little I've seen so far, it would have just been better to not label it as a Silent Hill game because it does not uphold the standards of the rest of the series. It does not look like a Silent Hill game. It looks like a rushed Blender animation. Like, somehow the models don't... I don't quite understand how you can make a Silent Hill game and then you somehow make the models look like they were made in 2017. How do you do that? How do you, as a AAA studio, still make your models look like as if they're outdated in 2025? It's a Blender animation. It's not even a good Blender animation. I've seen TF2 SFMs in 2015 that look better than Silent Hill F.
So let's get to taking out their command. Valis to Auric.
The Blender with the software Blender wasn't fun to use. But nah, I don't know. I think it would have been a better idea if they just, you know, did not put the label of Silent Hill on it. But I know exactly why, because, well, I mean, you know, you put Silent Hill on any video game and be like, oh my gosh, Silent Hill sequel? Ooh, I love Silent Hill. Oh, I love Silent Hill. I'm gonna get the game. I really love Silent Hill, yeah. And that's it. No, that's literally it. Yeah, branding, exactly. It's money. Branding, money. That's it. Oh well, what you gonna do? Wei looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare.
그건 우리도였는데 마음이 통했네요.
반대로 말해서
And also in complete fairness, Silent Hill 2 looks and acts nothing like Silent Hill 1. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 looks and acts nothing like Silent Hill 1. Despite that fact, people love it even more than Silent Hill 1. I've just beat the secret node of Ricardo already? It's the secret node of Ricardo. Secret note of Ricardo. Hey, yo. What the Sigma? Good job, though? How do you? Question mark? I'm not there yet, so I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not there. Oh, mirror dungeon. Oh, mirror dungeon. Dude, I can't even get to floor. I got to floor, what's it called, 11, but I opted out. I was like already struggling on floor 10. I don't comprehend how to properly progress through mirror dungeon yet to get to even to stably get to like floor 11, because I'm constantly losing clashes at floor 9 and 10. What? A random chance to extreme floor packs. I hope. Well, I'm gonna keep trying to do mirror dungeon. Hopefully, get there. You're gonna love that one boss. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Welcome in, Zylu. Hope you're doing great. Like a Don Quixote of La Mancha Land. Comey and Virgilius? Damn, Daniel. Interesting. You get to fight the Virgilius? The Virgilius? Ooh. Spicy. I hope I fight for Virgilius one day. I'll try. Esquire Limbus! The Limbus Doopy Company. Oh my gosh, Kroger! Kroger, my favorite character! I love Kroger. She's so pretty.
뭐 상관없어. 필요에 의한 잠깐의 동맹치고는 너무 오래 끈 편이긴 했지. 원래대로 돌아가는 것뿐이니까. 그럼 태평이 말이나 섞는 건 여기까지 하도록 할까?
응? 네가 원한다면 그렇게. 아, 시춘.
뭐?
가문의 사람들에게는 내가 참가한다는 이야기를 하지 말아줄 수 있겠니? 당분간은 비밀로 두는 편이 좋다고 해서 말이야.
Uh-huh.
이제 와서 그런 부탁을 한다고.
You at floor 50 with all extreme difficulty bonus selected? Bruh, but how? I can't understand how. I mean, the most solid, how do you put it? Setup? Strategy, that's the word. You die or I win. You die or I win. Only 2 options. Now, the most solid strategy I've come up for with Mirror Dungeon, at least with like the team I use, which is just High Show Pack. But like with the High Show Pack team I use, I don't know, I just don't select the ego gifts at the end unless said ego gift is health, defense, or whatnot. Like once they get past floor 5, I'm just declining all of those. Because I don't want to raise the enemy's level. I don't want to raise their like offense or flash power. Because then I struggle. I mean, I'm already struggling. I'm already struggling. I only struggle on like floor 9 or 10. I feel like that's like the difficulty. That's like the difficulty peak. Like I recommend which choices to pick. I mean, more than anything, it's just figuring it out. I don't know. I don't even know what to figure out. Look at the max HP. Yeah, I get max HP is safe to go for. But usually, but after like floor 5, on floor 6, the highest max HP value is generally Limbus. The highest max HP values generally imply the least terrible effects. Okay. I don't know. Floor like issue is though on floor 6 through 10, they just start all having they always have other stuff like offense, clash power, minus 1 coin, plus 1 coin, yada yada. I mean, more than anything, again, it's just like at floor 9, floor 10. If I select all those options, if I select all the ego gifts, my character is just under-leveled in comparison to the enemies and start losing clashes constantly. And then at that point, you know, they also do half your health. If it's less, it is because it doesn't need to compensate as much due to how much stronger the other buffs are. Yeah. So I'm like trying another, I don't know. Whenever I am like, I'm experimenting little by little as I do it weekly. For someone who supposedly doesn't care, Zijin appeared rather hurt, and she took a moment to glare at Hanglu, biting her lower lip. Aw, soon to raise sibling relationship. Then suddenly strode right up to him.
이게 정말 오빠의 선택은 맞아? 아니면 그냥 저쪽이 시켜서 하는 것뿐이야?
Yeah, he's obviously just following their orders, Zijichun. Zijichun gestured toward the rest of us with her chin.
내가 가주대전에 참가하는 건 이미 정해진 일일 텐데 그걸 궁금해하는 거라면.
And then the Faust is gonna say that.
내 선택이라는 것에 중요한 의미가 있다고 생각하는 거야?
Oh.
또 그렇게 나오겠다는 거지. 가주대전이 어떤 의미인지 알면서 내가 왜 그런 걸 물어봤는지 모르겠다고? 대답은 됐어. 더 말 섞을 필요 없겠네. 그런 얄팍하고 허튼 마음으로 어디까지 살아남을지 보는 것도 재밌겠다.
But Ji-Chun, you don't you know? We're invincible. Hey, wait! Ji-Chun appeared pretty distressed after that exchange, so I was about to say something when Pilot, who had been fiddling with the radio behind Sauté, began shouting urgently. Bro really be on that phone. He be on that. I remember the frog protecting the phone video. Me when I'm trying to get my phone, but the group of angry frogs won't let me touch it.
아니, 지금 온 건 우리가 먼저 탈게. 어차피 양보해주는 거엔 도가 텄을 거 아니야, 오빠.
에? 그런 게 어딨어? 공평하게 그 있잖아, 가위바위보라든가.
Gambling.
차라리 가주대전도 가위바위보로 결정하자고 하지 그래?
Gambling. Ji-Chun's not a fan of gambling though. Ji-Chun gave us a wry grin before leaving. Wei followed her wordlessly. We were, but then Mr. Limbus company was like, no, you can't participate.
저기 있다. 가마를 기다리고 있는 걸 보니 의뢰자가 말한 후보가 분명해.
저쪽에서 몰려오는 괴한들이
Interesting transitions to show off that the enemies are distant in comparison to where we're standing. Can't say I dislike it, but it's definitely different. Yeah, what can we do, right? It is what it is. Real Dante moment. It is what it is, gang. It is what it is. What you gonna do? Hey, this song's still based. W Riz. It's really good though that we have Lord Honglu in our team. Oh, pardon me. Because bro was brokey, so he's gonna probably make most of the Canto a breeze. I hope, at least with like my entire team, that we can make most of this Canto not too difficult and we can enjoy the story. But you know, we did have the Ricardo boss fight in 7.5, which, no, was it? It was, yeah, it was 7.5, which was a little spicy. But you know, I just had to stick it out with my proper team and pay attention a little bit. And otherwise, you know, we were doing pretty good. Hello, the cat. Welcome in. Hope you're doing great. I am Steve. I am Alex. Alex, my name is Vermire. I moved from Limbus to Fragrant Order. Why? Why would you such a thing? What have you done to yourself? Do you know how much there is to do on Fate Grand Order? Do you know how long it's gonna take you to play Fate Go? If you want to read every story? Do you know how long it's been going on for? Do you even want to enjoy good combat? Why don't you just wait for Chaos Zero Nightmare? At least then you're not gonna have to spend hours upon hours. At least you're gonna spend like 1,000 or 2,000 hours catching up just to get to where everyone else is. You'll just be able to experience the story with everyone else when Chaos Zero Nightmare comes out on October 22nd, 2025. Just wait to play that, please. Save yourself. Have you seen the Netflix Minecraft trailer? No, wait, that's not Netflix. Natrix's. I have not seen the Natrix's Minecraft trailer.
Who would win?
I was about to Discord.
But why? But why? But why?
I swear to you. Why is my reading comprehension why does my reading comprehension gotten so terrible? I'm reading a visual novel game. Somehow my reading skills have become worse. How does that make sense? What does that happen? I don't understand. How am I misreading? I misread distortion for Discord. How did I do that? What is going on? Life is pain. I was about to distort because bro was because you want to play. I'm gonna play Fate Go. Don't play Fate Go. Play Chaos Zero Nightmare, please. Please save yourself. I'm just trying to save you from your own soul. I can look at the Natrix Minecraft server. Minecraft this name a slightly different Minecraft trailer by individual. I would like to get for the Canto a little. You're only reading Heathcliff's Canto? You're actually playing Limbus just for the story? You're insane, the membrane. I mean, I mean, no, you're just playing Limbus for the gameplay. Insanity. I don't know. Then again, I did play Uma Musume Pretty Derby, and I did not read any of the careers with any of the characters. But that game also has 4 different characters, which entails that they have 4 different careers that have slightly different branching paths, and every single career is slightly different to achieve. And you also need different cards that are, you know, upgraded or maxed out in order to properly play Uma Musume Pretty Derby and win. There's no way with that game. That gameplay ain't bad. What do you mean the gameplay ain't that bad? I didn't say Limbus Company was bad. I didn't say the gameplay was bad for Limbus Company. I'm just saying, though, you're playing Limbus Company just for the gameplay. The gimmick of Limbus is the story. But speaking stats effect from the fusion ego gift, the reflex stats effect has a max of 3 stacks. Why is the stack
A carefully put together argument that is well researched and backed by heaps of irrefutable evidence.
Interesting.
But why? But why?
Weird chance.
But why? But why? But why?
And oh wait, Fake Grand Order's gameplay isn't bad either, but I don't know. Here's how. You know what? I'm gonna say. Fake Grand Order's just dated. The game looks old and plays old. That's it. It's like the Library of Ruin Lobby Corp. I only stay with the gameplay. Bruh. Dude, the story is like 70% the fun. Uma Musume Pretty Derby, I guess. I mean, then again, well, you know what? I can't say much. The story is about like 90% of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. You know what? Here's the thing. Maybe Uma Musume Pretty Derby shouldn't give you like 600 career. Actually, it wasn't. It was like 200. 200 careers for free. Every career takes about 30 minutes at least. Up to an hour. Skipping races. They give you about 200 of those resources to do career after career. Yeah, no fucking way I'm reading the story. Limbus, I don't know. Limbus don't do that. They don't give you a shit ton of stuff from the beginning to like help you just speed through the game. We're like, create Grand Order for 8 Grand Border for being good. 8 Grand Border. And play Genshin? I did play Genshin, and I will have you know that Genshin was I will say Genshin was good. The issue with Genshin is that it had a good setup, and they did nothing with it. That's the thing. Genshin was good because it had a good setup. It had, like, good looks. It had good cutscenes. It had good lip tracking. Up until the Waterland. Actually, not even until Waterland. It was up until Grassland, and they introduced the gay Aranaras. And the Aranaras were so cringe. And then they had Waterland. Waterland was also cringe. I didn't even make it to Fireland. I hear Fireland's a mess. Yeah. Well, Genshin was good. Like Inazuma was almost peak. I say almost peak because somehow everyone misconstrued. Everyone like seemed to for whatever reason. I was like the only one to get like what happened in Inazuma when a traveler basically killed Signora. Bro's never killed anyone before, and then Bro basically caused the death of the Signora by winning the duel, and everyone's just like, oh no, he's so sad. He's like, oh, the traveler can't beat a Raiden Shogun, guys. It's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Bro's having a panic attack because he just basically murdered somebody. Oh no, guys, Raiden Shogun obliterated somebody else on death's door. That must mean that he's spooked of their power creep. What the Sigma are you talking about? Also, really cringe and really stupid that Kazuha was able to, you know, get a second superpower for just like a couple seconds. And that was never explained. That just happened, and it was that just happened, never explained, never brought up again. Not in Grassland, not in Blue Land, from what I know. Maybe it was in Red Land, I don't know. My problem with Genshin was the way it was set up. I mean, again, like, yeah. Also, in hindsight, the resource. I mean, we all thought the resource farming was gonna get better. It did not. Everyone thought that the resource farming was terrible. And it was gonna get better. Somehow, it just stayed the same. If not, it somehow even got worse. Because there was just more characters. It was just like, oh, a new character came out. Don't you want to play as them? No. Oh, well, don't you know they actually have better stats than the vanilla characters? So you're actually putting yourself at a disadvantage by not getting this new character that looks boring and ugly and generic as hell. Dumbass. Lamau. So now go ahead, go farm up for those resources like a good little slop piggy you are. Enjoying that slop. Eat it up! 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 Eat up, good piggy! Yeah, you want to grind resources for the next 20 hours of your life just to wait for the next character to come out 80 hours from now, huh? Yeah, you know you wanna. Good piggy. Yeah, eat that slop. Yeah. Can I recommend you a game? You can recommend me one. No promises. I'll play it. I go over some of this stuff. Yeah, Genshin just continues to add more mechanics and more shit to do instead of improving anything. Black Souls 2. I can't play Black Souls 2 on stream. If I were to, dude, that'd be extremely hard to censor out and get it through everywhere. Until I found myself doing the thing where I wonder, I'm gonna do this every day for the entire day. I mean, that's kind of what I did. I did onto Blue Land of Genshin, and on Blue Land of Genshin, I was just like, oh, that's El Riz. You know about it? Oh, do I know about it? Oh, please. I am Black Souls 2. Yeah, I know a little bit about the lore, just a little bit. Could I recite it all offhand? Let's see. You have Grimm, who is the amalgamation of like several other like people. Then you have Alice. Who's Alice? I don't know. That's a great question. Anywho, we also have the White Rabbit, aka Prayer Master, who basically sent the world into chaos just because bro was tired and sad of being a cuck. So then he kind of basically killed his friend and then turned him to amalgamation, which was again Grimm. And then also kind of killed Alice, except I think Alice is also also like an idol girl, but I don't quite know. It seems like people are split up on whether or not like Alice, original Alice, is the idol girl now, or you know, Alice is a god, or you know, always was a god, and then the god went schizo. Also, I know it's a hentai game, and then you know you have the green fairy girl. Green fairy girl was the muhaha, a puppet master all along. Tihi nandayo, until you absolutely annihilate her ass, and then she's like, "No, please don't kill me." And then Alice takes over, and Alice just like, "I'm cool, I'm Alice. Feet on my skeet. You dig? And then Black Souls 2 happens. Where you meet best girl Red Riding Hood again, who totally does not have sex with her dog, and you know what the dog doing? And then you and Alice, you know, you escape, but you know Red Riding Hood dies like a couple days later because Green Girl was just like, I put a curse on her and she's gonna die when she's 20. Teehee, XD. What part of Limbus is this? Oh, we're on the first part of Canto. We're on the very first level of Canto 1. So let's continue that now. Yeah, that's a very rough synopsis of Black Souls 2. I indeed know about it. I found a Blender / SFM creator that did Black Souls content. I was just like, oh wow, you know, who are these 3 cute girls? I want to know more. Oh, it's a hint. Oh, it's a hint. Oh, it's a rape game. Oh, but it's all optional. You don't have to do that. You just have to kill them. There is no essay. There's no essay required. Just You just gotta kill them all. But it's an option. Why is it an option? It's a hentai game. You don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Spoiler, you don't want to know more. Yeah, you don't want to know more.
A game theory, a film theory.
It started the game as you want carnal acts.
Style theory.
I don't know about that. I just knew about the you know the what's a funny word we could use for like SA slash we have great, but everyone uses great. What about forced Twinkie? We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. I didn't know you can turn off the forced Twinkie moments in that game. All right, I didn't play it. I didn't play it. I just watched a bunch of other people play it. Sorta, kinda. You know, it's kind of hard to find gameplay of it because, you know, a forced Twinkie game. But yeah, I know a lot about the lore. Well, there's also not that many people covering the lore, but I don't know, there's like, how many people? There's like 4 or 5 channels that have covered the lore so far in a digestible format, like a video analysis format. All those I've watched so far, unless there's like more now. But I think that probably would be because Black Souls has been surprisingly blowing up over like the last year or two. But yeah, listen, I didn't know there. All I knew about Black Souls is that it's an RPG Maker game. There is forced Twinkie moments. I did not know you could turn it off. Very interesting that you know you can turn it off, though. Would you like to elaborate?
그런데 이번 일은 시춘이가 서운해할 만했어. 우리가 들었던 홍문의 가족을 생각해봐. 그 난리통 속에서 유일하게 동맹의 여지가 생겼던 사람인데.
I ain't gonna judge though. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's all fake. It's all in their head. It's all pixels.
괜히 지켜보고 있는 저도 덩달아 민망해질 뻔했지 뭐예요.
Said every single person that judges ever. Sante chimed in nonchalantly as though it wasn't her who pulled the plug in our alliance with the last second.
Upgrade now to Spotify Premium and enjoy
For ad-free LS asking if you're interested in carnal action at the start of both games. But most of the art of the game is about it. Yeah, I know the overall story. I can't say that I did not try to find the art, but no, as far as I know, there's not really any screenshots of like the NSFW art uploaded online. Then again, I just looked like for a minute or two, but then I was just like, huh, you know, actually the lore is a lot more interesting than knowing that it's a hentai game.
포위까지 보내줄 만큼 가족애가 넘치는 집안이었으면 처음부터 가주 심산이 모니하는 것도 열지 않았겠죠. 철저한 약육강식의 세계. 가주 후보들조차도 수십 명은 있을 테지만 그들 중 누구 하나가 길바닥에 죽어 있다 해도 눈 깜빡하지 않을 테고. 실례했어요, 홍루 씨. 제가 너무 직설적으로 말을 내뱉었네요. 예전에는 이쯤 말하기 전에 누가 나서서 말려줬는데 말이죠.
개념치 마세요. 다 맞는 말일 뿐인걸요. 저도 다른 집들은 이렇지 않다는 걸 깨닫기까지 좀
Oh,
오래 걸리긴 했지만
I breathed in and I was starting to whistle. Weird shit.
이로의 지금의 불쾌함을 느낄 필요는 없으니까요.
Damn, bro, that's mad depressing. Man, it really sucks that I sold myself on all the Cantos because I didn't really expect I was gonna play this game ever. I was just like, oh, it's a hard game, it's gonna take forever, and then Lord Honglu comes out. I'm like, oh, Lord Honglu, ah!
세월이 지나면 홍우는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
What's that ominous metallic noise?
가종의 소리인가 보. 하지만 보통의 종처럼 청량한 울림은 아니구려. 무언가 탁하고 불길한
아, 이 소리를 들으니까 고향에 왔다는 게 더욱 실감나네요. 이 종소리는 일정 시기가 되면 반드시 들려오는 소리랍니다. 홍원의 어디에 있던 가네요.
제적일이네요.
Huh?
제적일이라는 건
She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us.
보여요? 건물들이 제각각으로 움직이고 있어요.
It was as Ishmael said, the buildings all tethered to a complicated network of rails were either rising from or sinking into the earth.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I recently told my partner the stories of each ALF lobotomy corp abnormality. Oh, they all have their individual stories? Oh, that's interesting. Summary response, I don't like it. We should tell. Did she at least hear about the magical girl one? Did she like the magical one? Did she like the magical? What was it called? Did you? You know what? What did she have to say about all three different magical girls? Because I know there's three of them. I can't remember what I'm talking about in particular. The one Don Quixote is based off of. Did she like the magical girl ones? Or did she hate them all still? I kind of. Oh no! What? Oh, Alf. No way, Alf. My bad. Those are the big boys, the biggest boys. They like Dom, but I haven't described them yet. Yeah, no, I forgot about Alf. Alfs are like the biggest boys that generate the most energy and are the most insane the membrane. But they probably have seen Queenie due to a gift. Nice. Maybe I should look into. I think that's the one part about Lobotomy Corp I don't know much of is the abnormalities. I know all the cliff notes. That's about it. Not like the deep dive of lore though. Of the abnormalities. Every other part, bro, just about. Even though I watched like the 3.5 hour video covering all of Lobo Corp.
제대로 된 시작은 지금부터일 테죠.
그게 전조 현상이었다고요?
지금의 홍원보다도 훨씬 전에 H사가 남긴 잔재라고 할까요? 그때부터 지금까지 이어져 내려온 건물이라 정확히 어떤 무엇을 위한 특이점인지는 알 수 없지만 지금은 현 H사의 제적일 기준에 맞게 움직이고 있을 뿐이죠.
모든 것은 하루아침에 이루어지는 소리.
Oh? That's supposed to be singing? Bro, that ain't singing. That does not sound like a song. That is not singing.
살만하지 않겠는가? 조금이라도 발붙일 자리가 생겼다는 건 만약 그게 아닌 자가 있다면 어쩔 수 있겠나?
This just sounds like some guy talking, but he's humming. Like, what is he saying?
조용히 물러가서 운명을 받아들이는 수밖에. 그 다음 달을 기다리면서 이 몸뚱이 하나 건져.
Imagine going to China. People sing like this. Oh, yo, you remember when watching the concert of a Chinese singer? Dude, do you remember who was it? Oh, who was the watching China? They sing like this? Ain't no way they actually sing like that. Oh, you know what I remember? Who remembers? What's her name? Who is the opera singer in Genshin Impact? What's her name? Yujin. You remember when Yujin first came out and it was not socially acceptable to like make fun of it? I don't know about I you know, I don't I agree with Tectone that Yujin singing without music in her reveal live stream, it was a terrible decision because it sounded awful. It did. It just sounded awful. It did not sound good. I hated it. I was just like, oh, this sounds like a weird cringe character. But you were not allowed to make fun. You were not allowed to poke fun at it whatsoever. Oh no, my hurt to feelings. Oh no, oh no. You know, you're making fun of a culture. Oh no. You know what? How about, you know, some cultures deserve to be made fun of. Some parts of cultures deserve to be made fun of. Oh, America hamburger. America hamburger. Oh, the Canadian French. Canadian French. Average British would be like beans on toast with soup and stew. Yummers. Come on, we can all joke about it. We can all joke about some culture in one way or another. Like, her singing when actually in a game with her singing in like the game with like the music behind it, when you got to that point and get your impact, it was good. But like having her just do opera singing with like no instrumental in the background, ugh, horrible, horrible. It did not sound good. I hated it. It's a half joke. There's probably some kind of style that uses this. Manager Don just obliterated my dicey on Rhodian. Maybe this song would sound better. Maybe it would sound better if there was actually music for the guy to like sing to. But because, again, there is no music that is mashing to his words, it does not sound right. It just sounds like, it sounds so stupid. Exactly the same problem with the Genshin Impact Eugen reveal live stream. Singing without instrumental, just sometimes it sounds weird. You know what? Singing without instrumental usually does sound weird. It's like someone singing in the shower, where they have like the music blaring, and then you stop the music, and you still hear them like singing for, you know, 3 or 4 seconds after you turn off the music. Of course, it's not going to sound right, especially because they're not singing it. Well, especially because, you know, they're not the original singer, but nonetheless, of course, it's not going to sound right. Yeah, they should have had like at least some instrumental in the background for this. It just sounds so dumb. Please. Please make it stop. This is making me cringe. Oh, thank you. Oh shit, people are falling from the sky.
H사의 특징인가요?
다른 둥지에도 부의 척도를 재는 특출난 가치가 존재하지 않던가요?
T사가 시간을 재화로 썼던 것처럼 말이요.
맞아요. 이곳 홍어는 그 척도와 재화가 공간의 소유 규모인 당이라는 단위로 결정된답니다.
소유한 건물의 면적이 곧 재산의 척도라는 말이구려.
네. 그래서 한 달에 한 번 평가된 노동의 가치와 소득의 양에 따라서 각자가 가지고 있는 공간의 면적이 정해집니다.
잘 살다가 갑자기 내 집에서 밀려난다는 거야?
You like jazz?
You like Lord Honglu? Absolutely! I love Lord Honglu. He's my bestie.
이곳에서 한 번도 나고 자란 적 없는 저희야 그렇게 느끼겠지만 오래전부터 존재했던 홍원의 규칙인데다 분배의 방식과 계산도 정교하기 때문에 이곳에 사는 사람들은 모두 자연스럽게 받아들이는 것 같더라고요.
Alright, hold on. I gotta dehydrate. Otherwise, like... Oh, you know what? I can talk about how I shit myself this morning.
Soil.
There's no time to relax.
这怎么是我错？
Hey, there's no time to relax.
你为什么来自 Roblox？
Looks like nobody's around. Super idol that's so invincible, can he? Smell oil. Smells like trash. Don't want to fall off from here. You guys been good? Just remember, meet me up the wood to do the bug yet I can
Yeah, I had good diarrhea for all this before. And I was like doing a pretty good job of like putting it in and letting it go when I was actually on the toilet. But then I needed to pee before I headed to work. And I went to go pee, and I felt like I had a fart, so I thought I was safe. I was not safe. So instead, with my pants down, I blurred, I felt like that drippy drip go down like the back of my legs, down my thighs, and apparently it went into my underwear and the back of my shorts. I had to switch out my shorts and my underwear because it would not be a good idea to go to your workplace and shit. But that's just a theory. A game theory. An epic fan animation form, but it was part two of Canto 8. Damn, you'll have to hold on to it for when I get there.
그럼 홍루 씨도 직접 보신 적이 있으세요? 이 제적일이라는 것이요.
Of course he has, Sinclair. Duh.
난간에서 가끔 바깥의 풍경들을 바라보고 있으면 아주 멀긴 했지만 분명히 보이곤 했어요.
His expression remains tranquil and still as he calmly reminisces. It was like then, when he was merely watching the featureless scenery pass him by.
어떤 대관원은 제적일에 별 관심이 없었어요. 그곳은 방이 늘어날지언정 줄어들 일은 없는 곳이었거든요.
Oh.
그래서 저는 바라만 볼 뿐이었죠. 제가 머물던 방에서.
너는 그래.
Interesting reconstruction. Bro would get more. The rich would get richer, and the poor would get poorer.
이런 꼴을 보고도 그냥
Heathcliff trailed off, but I could see that he was gritting his teeth.
가마한대가 더 도착한다고 합니다.
당신들을 태울 가마가 온 것 같네요. 이야기는 그만하고 타러 가시죠.
이게 가마예요?
네. 그래도 여럿이서 타도 될 만큼 큰 가마를 보내주셨네요.
가복 도련님이야. 귀빈 12분 맞소일까?
Yes, indeed.
13인데요?
But I thought Sade wasn't invited.
잠깐. 소인이 듣기로는 분명 복 도련님의 세력은 단 12명이라고 했는데쇼.
Upon hearing that, Sade began aggressively striding towards him, causing the pelican bear to shrink in fear.
왜 이렇게 무섭게 다가오시는지.
12 맞는데요? 설마 당신 눈에는 이게 멀쩡한 새가의 인형으로 보이시나요?
What? Sade suddenly grabbed my shoulders and presented me before the bear like I was some product.
홍원에서는 흔한 머리는 아니지만 이건 의체 아닌갑쇼? 시계긴 하지만.
No, it's not a person. I am. Dante is beneath being human.
시계를 머리로 붙이시겠어요?
에이, 말이 되나요? 홍원엔 더 다양한 재주를 부릴 수 있는 생체 시술이 차고 넘치는구먼.
제 말이요. 대체 무슨 사연인지는 몰라도 세상엔 우리가 모르는 참 딱한 처지가 많은 법이죠.
아이고, 이거 사기구만 사기. 이 어떤 뒷골목에서 그랬는지 몰라도 아주 단단히 당했어.
더군다나 시간도 안 맞고 제대로 된 의식도 없어요. 이것 봐요. 입이 없어서 째까기는 소리 내는 것밖에 할 줄 아는 게 없다니까요.
Those are some pretty darn hurtful things to say, but I decided not to take them at face value. It was pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Somebody tell Sade I'm getting dizzy.
정말이네. 누가 이런 잔인 공로할 짓을.
다행히도 우리 마음씨 고운 보옥 도련님이 다른 둥지에서 시계상이 팔고 있던 걸 차마 눈 뜨고 못
EA
보겠다
Sports. It's in the game.
You had a dream about Limbus? What was the dream about? What happened to the dream?
What does that have to do with any?
I wanted your wildest
dreams come true.
아, 그야 그렇지요. 돈만 넉넉히 있다면 전신까지 싹 다 교체하는 건 일도 아니니.
See, I was gonna like talk about one of my dreams, but I can't remember any offhand. Sometimes I'll just have a time. Randomly, I'll have a time where I'll just remember one of my dreams for no reason. Like, I'll be doing something, and I'll be like, oh, this actually reminds me of this one dream I had, even though it has nothing to do with whatever's going on. It reminds me of it. And then otherwise, I just write them down as soon as I wake up, and then I can reiterate them that way. Dante was separate from the citizens of Wasteland. They were clearing up a big internal trouble, but then Sonia shows up and then shows them the Dantes of every world. See, here I thought that Dante is only unique to this Limbus world. I mean, it would kind of, well, actually, it would kind of make sense. There were, and it was that there is a Dante in every world, but there is no Dante in any world. Yeah, I feel like there is a Dante. I feel like there would be a Dante in every single mirror world, but it's not the Dante that we know, because the Dantes in the mirror world did not have a clock for a head. Therefore, he's just, I don't know, some guy, or he's just, you know, yeah. Because fulfilling several roles in each world were different people. Huh. What? A new head for me?
그래서 보옥 도련님의 세력원은 저 포함 12인 거예요.
그래 보입니다. 하지만 저희도
Few examples I recall were a bald man, elegant woman, Herman, Alfonso. How would Dante? How would Dante be an elegant woman and Herman? Interesting. I cannot imagine Dante being Herman or an elegant woman. In no world will Dante, who is devoid of any aura, could never even dream of being a Herman or an elegant woman with the aura corruption they have. Man with a white Dante clothes, but a burning ball of fire for head. That just sounds like our Dante. That just sounds like our Dante, but well, then again, though, Dante's Dante.
도련님도 아주 잘 알고 계시죠. 그래서 이렇게 작은 성이라도
Dante produced some bills from her pocket and smoothly slid them into the Palanquin's bare zone.
이러시면 안 되는데.
I've made a severe and continuous.
A dragon-shaped prosthetic for a head wearing a pinstripe hood suit. Not hood? Wearing a pinstripe suit. And the realization Sonia was trying to show Dante and succeed. And the realization Sonia was trying to show Dante and succeeded in? Was that Dante's not an individual? Wow. Cruel Sonia moment. El Riz Sonia.
알다마다요. 보아하니 사정도 딱해 보이고 해서 이번만 그냥 태워드리는 거요. 안 된다는 놈이 왜 돈은 자연스럽게 주머니에 넣고 있는 거냐?
The journey's names and titles may offer, but they are similar to. Real Sonia moment, but real Sonia moment. And their conclusion, which the dream showed me, were identical.
What does that have to do with any?
Wait, are we leaving Pilot alone here? Pilot seemed to have noticed me staring in his direction. He stopped fidgeting with a radio and waved at us. I have to increase like the cooldowns. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, at least like 5 minutes for cooldowns on the things because they trigger way too often. What's I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna write that down. I immediately forgot I was gonna write it down though. Incredible how the brain works. So what's he gonna do? Okay, write it down. Make redeems at least 300. And then at max it will be
I'm very excited now. The anticipation.
And 1200. Dante is the individual who will leave 12 sinners as the sinner themselves out of the infernal places unknown. And that final part was omitted. Even the dream even had a real Carmen moment. Real Carmen interference moment. Just invent. making sure that you wouldn't even have a proper conclusion, even the dream. I don't know, it seems like a pretty feasible dream though. And everywhere that is the case in my dream. How do you seem to have noticed me staring in his direction? He stopped fidgeting with a radio and waved at us.
저는 여기서 처리할 것이 남았습니다. 걱정 마시고 몸속이 다녀오시면 됩니다.
You didn't hear that. Ooh. Sonny looked at Dante as if asking, knowing all this choices, knowing all this, what choice will you make? Well, I think Dante should make the choice. Dante stands tall with confidence, never seen this far. Dante with confidence? Alright, alright. Everything was feasible. Everything was feasible. Up until Dante having confidence. Dante, no confidence. Dante has no confidence. No riz. Alright, everything was feasible up until Dante actually had confidence. Bro's not allowed to have confidence. Not possible. With a quick clap, Sade promptly put an end to the hubbub to the unexpectedly flashy appearance the palanquin caused. Her demeanor had shifted entirely into that of a calm and collected strategist, a far cry from the person who was chatting up a storm with the bear just a minute ago. It's a dream I had. I know it's a dream you had, but still, it was like pretty feasible. It was pretty feasible. And when I can imagine in some point in the I can imagine, especially in Faust like Canto, that Faust would be like, Dante, there's a you in every universe, but Dante's actually just like an idea, not an individual, not a person, a thing. Finally, friend code. Friend coded. Yay! We get the friend code! Finally! Life is good. Life is good. I mean, I do think it is pretty interesting, though, that so far in Limbus Company, like, real lore, we have not come into contact or encountered or heard of a Dante from another mirror world. That's been, like, in the back of my mind. What the Sigma was I going to... Oh, yeah, the friend code! I assumed to take place before Canto 12 boss or after Canto 12. What? Yeah, maybe. I think there would be a hint of it probably in the Faust, because Faust is connected to like the mirror worlds through the Gesellschaft, whatever that really is. So because she's connected to all the other Fausts through that, that's how she has her like extreme infinite base knowledge. Damn, level 96, sheesh. But another thing too is that Dante is just specifically unique to this universe. And again, he's just like he probably is just a normal guy or semi-normal or, you know, whatever he used to be in this world before Bro turned into Clockface. Imagine Dante getting exiled after getting conflicted to a mirror world devoid of life itself. Damn, Daniel. Dante getting conflicted? Yeah, I'm absolutely happen. Absolutely gonna happen.
What do you mean? You need help.
Not long after Sade pause over Otis' remark, a grating speaker whine rang out, followed by the word voice of the bear on the other end.
I fucked your mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to increase the timers for these things. They happen too often. I can't even let a coherent thought. Crossing dimensions and time itself to the return to the same moment they were exiled from and finish the fight. Time Ripper moment? Time Ripper abnormality moment real? Why am I not surprised? Oh damn, we just go into a fight scene immediately? Aight. After then, the conclusion of the fight is what results in Dante's exile.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니.
Here thought the Pelican was like gonna be something flying. I guess really it's just a limousine. I don't know why I thought it'd be flying. Did he say always trigger for Rajao on his S3? Or is it because he got stunned? I remember that happening before. I think, am I going schizo? Probably. Regardless if I felt if it did happen, it would be a good seek into a different kind of Limbus Purgatorio. Purgatorio? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. We kind of, I'm not even sure how that'd be done, because I feel like with the idea of the mirror dungeon, it's already, well, no, mirror dungeon's exploring places that we've already been to. But it would be, I don't know. I'm not even sure how to word it. I guess Purgatorio would be a opposite of a mirror dungeon.
You always had dreams when I was tuning
I think Purgatorio as an idea could be like a good offset of a mirror dungeon. Where, you know, you are fighting the sinners from like those alternate worlds. I mean, you kind of already have that in the mirror dungeon though, with like some of the hacks you can go through where they have you fight against yourselves.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I mean, like Inferno? Oh, and then Dante goes through, like, the sinners. First part of the Divine Club. Oh. I can highly believe, though, your dream probably did spoil Canto 12, because that sounds... I don't know, the Limbus company, their universe leaves a lot of ideas open. Like, how do you put it? Lobotomy Corp seemed extremely grounded, but you know, Lobotomy Corp seemed extremely grounded, but we were just like an underground, secretive, you know, company that used monsters to create electricity. And at the end of the game, no, it's revealed that's not quite the case. But nonetheless, you know, that was like Lobotomy Corp, the introduction to the universe. It seemed like, you know, abnormalities were secretive. And then Library of Runa, no, actually, like, abnormalities are pretty common. But now you have distortions! Oh, stinky! And you also have fixers, and you also got, like, yeah, what is it? You got fixers, you got abnormalities that are, you know, commonly known about, and you also have distortions now, thanks to Lobotomy Corp. Everyone, and you also have, you know, knowing more about Megacorps and their existence, period. What else? And also, you know, understanding some Megacorp singularities and whatnot. In Library of Runa, we have mirror worlds, which really do give you the, how do you put it? thanks to Mirror World's existence, it is like pretty, since the Mirror World's existence and how mirror technology works, kind of, it really does feel like anything can happen at any point, but it doesn't seem completely out there or outrageous. At least with how they've written it so far. So having a timeline where Dante goes to like another universe and then has to like fight his way out of there seems pretty logical. It doesn't seem completely out there, especially after reading Leviathan. First part of the Divine Comedy is, yeah, first part of the Divine Comedy, yeah, Inferno. Second part is Purgatorio, Imperioso, the third and final one. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Divine Comedy other than, you know, Limbus Company is based off of it, and the first part is Inferno. But it would make sense if they were to continue on Limbus Company. After all, they're like cash cow games so they can make other projects. So it would make sense, even after they go through all the canons, they would have like Purgatorio as the second part, and maybe probably Peridoso as the third one. Oh, the wastelands near this place was unique. In my dream, there were no monsters, no sadism, nothing to fear. I don't know about you, but I feel like not that clip. No, not the Schizo band. No guy to help, no sinners to manage. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's even scarier than having monsters is nothing at all, and knowing that you're all alone in the world. Like, it'd be peaceful and tranquil for like maybe like a couple of days, but as soon as the realization sets in that this is your life now, man, Dante would be like screwed over if bro went into a mirror world where there was absolutely nothing left of the world. Bro can't eat. Bro just lives forever. Unless he's like a battery and he's recharged at night. Be a plugin. That sucked. You know, it's like the age-old idea that, you know, immortality lay bad, and then having like every single villain that has, and then giving like said character immortality, and then immortal character becomes lay bad guy because bro went schizo for being immortal, or bro that's immortal is just like immortality bad guys. I'm so lonely. I'm so depressed. Dracula from Castlevania be like, I am depressed and lonely. Oh, I have wife now. They killed my wife, and now I am angry and lonely. Urgh! I'm gonna kill humans.
You like jazz?
Immortality, you lay bad. I remember that. Like, put a pin on that. Absolutely, I can and I will. Wow, that's pretty, dude. They're going ham with the art. They're going absolutely ham with the art in Dongyong for Canto 8. I mean, then again, though, Canto 7 was destroyed beauty, destroyed bloody beauty. This is actual like genuine beauty, though. You can, dude, you can see like this, dude. You can see like the small little details of like each individual pillar being shaded. That's awesome. This is the rich part of Hongyong. Yeah, that's a fair point. This is the rich part of Hongyong. I did forget about that part. Dongyong, Honglu's old home.
시간이 얼마 남지 않았네요. 파우스트 씨, 제 작전의 핵심은 이미 이해하셨겠죠? 그리 보기 좋은 광경은 아닐 거라 예상합니다. 핵심은 그들이 여러분을 죽이려 들어도 당황하지 않고 기다리는 것에 있답니다. 질의 겁을 먹고 처리하라는 명이 떨어질 수도 있겠죠. 하지만
홍원의 가주를 심사하는 자의 담력이 그 정도는 아닐 거라 생각합니다.
그렇죠. 상대의 그릇이 크기만 하다면야.
어? 죽여? 뭔 얘기야?
그럼 다음 연락은 1차전을 무사히 마친 후에 하는 걸로?
My Coca-Cola bottle had a dent and it popped out. After that cryptic exchange, the Faust saw Day leap gracefully off the moving palanquin as Heathcliff murmured in his half-sleep. We watched her grow smaller and smaller as the distance between us grew. What really caught our eye were the scattered humans in the resurrecting day had evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies out the robes, sobbing and writhing.
저희가 도와드릴 수 있는 건 없겠지만.
Uh-oh, so, small bad detail. We witnessed Hong Yong, yet this is still the background of the back streets while inside the palanquin. Oh, game over. Game over. Game ruined. Game ruined. They missed a minor detail. How could they? How could they forget to change the background now that we're now that we're here? 10 out of 10 game? More like 7 out of 10 game. Immersion ruined.
You like jazz?
Man, it was so hard to continue that bit because I just kept hiccuping. Maybe we're like in front of it, we can see into it, but we're not in it yet.
홍루 씨는 집에 돌아가시는 소감이 어때요?
Baby. Does it really matter? Not really. I can't even do the bit. I can't even do the bit that I was like hoping to do. I keep hiccuping. It's infuriating me. Bit over because I keep fucking hiccuping. You know, actually, that is a good point. Maybe from one window we can see Hong Yong, but the other window we still see the back streets. Not a bad idea. Heathcliff came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. Wait, hold on. I think I missed something from Heathcliff. I know he's talking about Catherine there. Oh.
뭔데요? 말을 왜 하다가 마는?
Bro was said they left Catherine. Now she's dead. Elriz. Well, she's not dead, but she's in a coffin. Kept alive in her comatose state by Golden Bow. Wow! Look at these cool windows! I think we can swap them out with other images! Oh. I quickly tried to swerve from the subject again, but all I got was Ishbill's scolding glare that seemed to wordlessly tell me not the time. What they... Wow. So... Damn, we are... Oh, wow, they actually fixed it. Plot hole fixed. Then plot hole fixed. The windows can change the images. I tried to quickly just swear from this subject again, but all I got was Ishbill's scolding glare and seemed to wordlessly tell me not the time.
기억나요? 각자의 희노애락이 있었던 도시로 향했을 때 여러분들은 모두 버스에서 각자의 풍경을 보고 있었으니까요. 로자 씨는 계속 어설프게 농담을 하시려고 했고 싱클레어 씨는 몇 번의 울음을 삼키려고 하셨죠. 그리고 이상 씨는 오랫동안 눈을 감으셨어요. 이스마일 씨는 호수를 내려다보면서 계속 혼잣말을 하셨고 히스클리프 씨는 잔뜩 겁을 먹어서 머리를 수없이 매만지셨어요.
Yeah, where has Don Quixote been this entire time? She hasn't said a word. You've really been watching this closely, huh?
그랬었나?
봄 가버리면
Hey, wait, why didn't you bring up Don Quixote? Where's she at?
찾아 제각각 돌아가리. 저는 말이죠. 다들 각자마다 모아둔 꽃잎들이 있다고 생각해요.
나 없는데? 그런 걸 왜 모아?
그러면 아직 버리지 않고 있는 것뿐이지.
Seriously, why did he not actually bring up Don Quixote? There was still a transparent smile on his face, but I think I saw a burying, sinking shadow behind it. Oh. The moment I felt that, a familiar light came into view, and I immediately understood what was going on. The golden bow is close and is resonating with Hong Lu's fathoms. Oh, that's pretty.
나 죽고 난 후 묻어줄 사람 누구일까? 봄은 가고 어여쁜 얼굴도 늙어가면 꽃은 지고 사람도 가니 서로 알 길 없구나.
대옥이는 왜 항상 이해하기 어려운 시만 읊어? 늙지 않을 방법 같은 건 널렸지 않았어?
머리카락이 희게 새지 않아도 봄은 지나가니까.
꽃잎들은 왜 네가 손수 치우고 있는 거야? 물에 띄어보내면 되잖아. 손에 흙도 다 묻을 텐데.
아까운 말 하지 마라, 오라버니. 잎들을 다 쓸어버리면 어디 가서 비 오는 소리를 듣게? 이건 추억이야. 비 오는 날의 추억. 그러니까 버리지 않을 거야.
Where have I heard the word remembrance? Oh, Elden Ring Night Rain. That's where the word remembrance was familiar to me.
그리고 흘러내려가 버리게 되면 꽃을 더럽히게 되잖아. 부욱 오라버니도 부디 품에 있던 잎을 전부 흩어놓지는 마.
Hong Lu! Is there anyone you miss here at Dongyong?
네, 없네요.
Liar!
어떻게 그럴 수가 있어요? 가족들이랑 여러 소중한 사람들을 남겨두고 왔을 텐데요.
Sinclair, don't you know half, like, Hong Lu's family, including his sister we just met, want to kill him?
Sports. It's in the game.
글쎄요. 잘 지내고 있다 믿고 있는다면 부태어 그리운 마음을 가질 연유는 없으니까요.
I still recalled an idea I had for Alice Canto starts normally. Do you still treasure your petals?
출가하면서 전부 흩뿌리고 왔답니다. 그래서 이젠 비 오는 날에는
We're gonna call from the Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters! I see.
오신 거죠? 단테님.
I'm gonna incorporate besieging the Gesellschaft's physical servers. The Gesellschaft has physical servers. Well, I guess that information gotta be stored somewhere, some way, somehow. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, like, a certain magical index, like the very first arc of it, where the premise was, well, a bunch of these people were led to believe that humans, or, you know, what's it called? The girl named Index could only have up to, like, 1 year's worth of memories, and every single year they would have to, like, wipe her memories again. Because she read too many books and had too much knowledge, and then, you know, she had too many memories, her, like, brain would explode. Or something. Like, first 3 or 4 episodes, and then, yeah, but main character just like, actually, bro, I talked to my teacher, the teacher was just like, yeah, that's not possible. Your brain will always just be able to create more memories. Isn't that crazy? That your brain can just have infinite amounts of memories? I think I feel like, though, there has to be some limit. There's gotta be a limit. But you know, it's kind of impossible to tell. Like, because we haven't had anyone that's, like, 200, 300 years old. And even, one thing they get, though, people don't remember every single memory. They only just remember, like, the important stuff. And then they have, like, the semi-important stuff, like instincts, kind of just in the back of the brain. It's like playing Call of Duty. I can't tell you actively how to play Call of Duty, but I can I can tell you I have that muscle memory where I just know what to do in Call of Duty. Dolphin dive, slip and slide, drop shot. Actually, I don't even do any of that. I just run around with a shotgun because that's like the most fun. Drop shotting, the dolphin diving is gay. Dolphin diving and dropshine is gay. Change my mind.
제 기억을
You can have infinite memories, but you can't. But can you remember them all? Even if you could, how would you deal with the depression of never forgetting? Yeah, I think it's what's it called? I feel like that's actually kind of been talked about before. I can't tell you where. I feel like there's a story that's about someone that has. No, there's one story I'm thinking of it's a TV show called Suits, and the how do you put it? Photographic memory in Suits was not an important part about the plot. That was just kind of like a side plot where bro was just like, yeah, I read this book and I actually memorized everything in the book, which is how I'm able to pass the bar. I did. Hug Lou laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories.
홍루 씨의 부모님은 어떤 분이세요? 아니면 그 종종 언급하셨던 할머니라는 분?
I believe immortality is inherently a good thing. Oh shit, you know what it reminds me of? I heard there was some anime. I think there was an anime I was watching. What was that? Yeah, it was an anime. It was either Gachikuta or Kaiju number 8, where they just said the same thing. That immortality sounds like a good thing because nobody could die. Therefore, there'd be no more like sadness from people passing away and whatnot. Immortality. But this is prefaced by immortality isn't flawed because I don't call that just immortality, but flawed immortality. So there's two different types of immortalities, all right. What would be the definition of flawed immortality? And what would be the idea of just immortality? As in, that if like theoretically immortality through the way that you would not be able to age, or die via aging. Would that be just immortality, or would that be flawed immortality? I think that'd be okay because some people don't want to live forever. I don't think I want to live forever. I think I'd get bored at some point. So I'd be perfectly fine if if it isn't flawed and you don't get the problems of I can't regen, I can't turn it off. Oh, so as in, yeah, so you have control of turning it on or off. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea to it, is, giving somebody the ability to, like, decide whether or not to turn it on or off. Especially in the Limbus Company world, I feel like that's definitely feasible. Or any other immortality like undeath or vampirism. Yeah, if every single person in the world was granted immortality tomorrow and they could just turn it on or off, I feel like a lot of people would just do a lot of, you know what? If immortality happened tomorrow, everyone would just be recording TikToks of them doing insane tricks or doing like, physically invisible things and surviving it. Like someone just skydiving, someone just, doing a cannonball down to the Grand Canyon. Sure, they turn into like mush for like 10 minutes, but then they regenerate back into like their normal selves. Like, dude, that hurt. Dude, I felt my entire bones just turn into, it didn't even sound like a crushing noise, it just turned to liquid. Inherently immortal is a good thing, but humanity isn't ready for it. We can reach the point where we deserve it, but for now, not yet. Maybe one day. I don't think any of us are gonna ever be long enough to perceive immortality being a good thing. I mean, if we were to just go by the current year calendar, we still have, what's it called? We're still looking up to the Romans and the Greeks, who 2,500 years ago existed. If we're still looking up at those people, we can't look up at the people 100 to 200 years ago. If we're still looking that far back where, you know, we can't really move forward. St. Kill edit carefully. Maybe he was trying to Maybe he was trying to commiserate tenuous as that connection might have been. We were headed to his home to meet his family anyway. If no mortality in it itself was given to all modern day, he would immediately become a flawed immortality. Unending conflicts would be possible and ever probable. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It could be like was that who's the people that made Amazing Digital Circus? People to get over immortality existing, they would just put chains onto others and then, you know, send them into the ocean. And then no, they would not be able to, like, you know, escape because, you know, they're at the bottom of the ocean with nothing but, you know, maybe their clothing. Glitch, yeah, Glitch. I forgot what it was called. I forgot. I always forget their name. I always forget Glitch Studio's name. I always forget Amazing Digital Circus. I usually just remember it as the Pomni Show. But yeah, what they made like that other show that's where that's quite literally what happens is, and they're like the final like pits of hell, and then instead of like game ending people, because you know you can't really game end other zombies, you just send them into the ocean and have them like chained. I hope your dream of immortality can come true one day. Damn, bro, dude, the art is so, man, they're going to ham with the art.
Lawbringers.
The stick defining immortality is ideal for mortality is flawed to recognize their different immortalities. True. This is one massive garden. Damn, Daniel.
이거 산책하려면 하루 종일도 걸을 수 있겠는데요.
주로 저는 제가 살던 방 주위에서만 다녔어요. 여러모로 위험하니까요.
The reason you don't see many stories about ideal immortals is because that makes not a good story. Well, yeah. Of course. Any story where happiness and peace is going on is boring. I mean, that's why, like, in any TV, that's why in Star Wars. I don't know about you, but I feel like the politics in Star Wars was pretty interesting in, like, episode 2 and 3. But the very issue is, most people are not interested in, like, politics. And people, well, most specifically, people were not interested in Star Wars for the politics. People liked it because it was about, you know, characters developing and growing through space magic and fighting each other. And, you know, again, like, episode, like, 1 through 3 was pretty peaceful for the most part. Other than, like, the minor misadventures. I mean, the minor misadventures was quite literally Anakin going to, like, game end a whole bunch of Dune Raiders, and the children and women included. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, and then they got captured and they got saved by like a bunch of Jedi, but a bunch of Jedi got game ended upon Anakin and Obi-Wan being saved. But yeah, stories need drama and conflict, and a story where there is no drama or conflict is, you know, inherently in itself not a good story, because that doesn't make it makes it very hard for anyone to retrospect or, you know, get better or, you know, see themselves in. Single immortal who can stop any time and whose life prevents the creation of any evil from hereafter, and they go on an adventure to solve the world's evils, succeed, and the second part happens after they are satisfied with the work they let go, and after a few decades after their death, the first evil in a long time appears. Interesting. It's dangerous. Why?
길을 걷다가는 예상치 못한 사람도 만날 수 있고 표적이 될 수도 있고요. 밤엔
I'd be interested in hearing you write about it and then having it published one day. That definitely sounds like a very, how do you put it? Sounds like a very Japanese-esque story, because people in Japan like to make stories like that. I mean, it actually kind of sounds like Land of the Lustrous. Because from what I heard about Land of the Lustrous is that it was mainly combat-based up until, I don't know, like the last 5-10 chapters, which have been basically the main character being depressed AF. But then nothing's kind of happening other than the fact that they're depressed. But nonetheless, like, yeah, that's about it. I wonder if there's been any updates, because last I heard, there's been a lot of breaks with Land of the Lustrous. The manga. A lot. I think that's the main issue of it, is that Land of the Lustrous, it had like a good momentum, but then the creator probably ran out of inspiration or ideas, and now they're trying to, or at least they're trying to figure out how to end the story on a note that they want to, that would be satisfying. Unlike the creator of Oshinoko, who was just like, main character. I don't know, spoilers for Oshinoko, in case you have not read the manga. Main character? Die. Revenge story, revenge, murder, bad, so kill character. Except that ruins the entire antithesis of the story. Now, quite literally, every single character that has been in contact of Aqua has now depressed. Every Ruby is now depressed in a reflection of I, which is what she dreamed of not being and wanted to, you know, be the exact opposite of. Sure, she wanted to be an idol, but she didn't want to be a depressed idol that lied to everybody. But now she turned into that thanks to Aqua doing his dumbass selfish deed. Or is the moral of the story revenge bad, murder bad? Is the moral of the story that, you know, we're... I don't even... what's the moral? Is there even supposed to be morals to a story? I can't connect with that. Oh, don't become an idol, and then don't become an idol when your father's a murderer, because your and I have a brother that wants to murder said murderous father. I mean, Oshinoko's manga could have been much better simply through the idea of Aqua not dying, or you hit him like, yeah, Aqua's. I don't know. I haven't read the manga, so I feel like it'd be pretty realistic though for everyone to become depressed AF upon Aqua's death, and then I don't know. I feel like supposedly though everyone just moves on. It didn't seem satisfying. It just seemed rushed. And a lot of people pointed out that the manga creator of Oshinoko did it with like one of their previous work too, where they rushed the ending of another manga because they were working on another and wanted to probably focus on that. I've had many story ideas. I've tried yet to publish anything, but I've tried to write it in full. I myself have an alternate universe lore. Well, I have like an alternate universe I've just been keeping in my head for like 10-12 years at this point. And I've tried to write it down, but the issue is that I'm kind of constantly jumping from like story arc to character to like story arc every like couple of days. So I've finally decided to just kind of like write the very brief Clip Notes version, so I can at least have it on paper for like my ideas. I think I have like 10 pages worth so far, and about 3 pages worth is just like ideas of like the human extinction protocol, where the entire premise is that, you know, a group of aliens were just like, human bad, kill them, XD. But then, you know, it was actually a great play by God, just for like, you know, for that God to be entertained for a little bit. But then it actually comes to find out that, you know, said God was actually manipulated by a human with a reality breaker, which can even like manipulate gods and kill gods. And that's the only kind of power that can exist. And that universes are like kind of portals you can jump into. There's like the God Realm, and then there's like 83 different universes that you can jump up to. So every universe is theoretically infinite, but at the same time, though, there's also just multiple different universes. But there is a maximum amount of universes. They're not just parallel dimensions. I kind of did that just to like spite Marvel. I don't like the idea of Marvel be like, oh, is there a different universe for everything? There's universe for every single like small decision that was not made and made. It's like, no, can we just I'll just put a limit to it. It's 83 and every single one is completely different than another. There's no alternate dimensions where, oh, what if Lord Vermire was laid bad? What if Lay main character was a scientist instead of assassin? I feel like that's kind of cringe to just have like unlimited amounts of that. So instead, my idea is, oh yeah, there's other universes, except they're nothing like this one, and there's not alternate like there's not alternates of the same character. It's just every universe has like every universe is completely separate from one another and has completely different people. So you quite literally are stepping into a completely different realm. I have an isekai story that feels unique. Oh. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Poison? Hey yo, is that a reference to the hit famous has-been hotel song Poison?
뛰노는 걸 좋아하는 동생이 있었는데 우연인지 딱 그 주위의 나뭇가지에 독이 묻어 있었던 거죠.
어떻게 되었는가?
괜찮아.
Oh, Don Quixote is here.
스빈이 백반만 자고 나면 괜찮아질 거라고 했거든요. 스빈은 언제나 똑똑했으니까 그렇게 되었을 거예요.
Right, sure, the world and the universe and all that exists, every reboot, every so often at random. The entire past and future is rewritten. Interesting. Even the machines and power system can change at random, but every reboot. A few hundred fall through and get exempted from all future reboot logic?
EA
for some
Sports.
reason.
It's in the game.
Okay. What's he gonna do? And they retain aspects unique to their previous worlds. So did they create it? Do they recreate a world? So are they like a part of a new world where that's just the entire premise is that they're all from like their unique world? And then they have to interact from other people from those other unique worlds? And that's the premise? Oh, okay. Oh no, they all came from a previous version. So they all is every person from like a different universe though? Is that what I mean? Is every single person from a different realm / universe?
I'm very excited now.
But that version is no longer exists, but only as I as the author knew that.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니 마음씨가 넓으시니까요. 아, 실수로 주셨더라도 상관없어요. 한번 베푼 이상
So is it a group of people that get sent into another universe, and then is it a group of people that get sent to a universe where it's just kind of like, I don't know how to word it. Is it a group of people from just like different realms that then meet up other people from different realms that kind of know the lowdown, but then people accept it? Oh, once every reboot introduces new individuals are called constants. All right. Damn, we annihilated the clan. What the Sigma?
이런 것쯤이야. 눈 감고도 막아내지 못하리. 이제 깨우치시게.
완벽한 승리 축하드립니다, 아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의
So,
자손들도
what do the
인정할 수밖에 없을
constants
겁니다.
do now that they're in this predicament where they find out that there are other people called constants that exist and suffer through the same issue?
만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠소.
The constants are still alive already and are still exempted and gets into the next reboot too. Whatever they want? They get to do whatever they want? Oh, interesting.
우와, 저건 어떻게 하는 걸까요? 역시 홍원 바깥은 신기한
That's what I get to work with. I.
토끼를 본다. 저 해충들을
Yeah, I don't know, my entire story was not meant to ever indulge gods, but I kind of came to the point where I was just like, how do you put it? With the Vermire, with the alternate Vermire verse story, the entire premise was, lay exist, I defeat aliens. That was it. That was just the headcanon I had when I was like 12 when I first started doing it, and I've been keeping it up for like 10 years, and then we've swapped like between 4 different main characters. And now the purpose has devolved into, oh, there was once upon a time a god that fell in love with another god. The god of war fell in love with the god of peace, but the other gods didn't like that because if the god of war falls in love with the god of peace, it's gonna make the world boring. So let's just kill kill the god of peace. But you know, let's kill the god of peace, and then we're just gonna send the god of war down to like a universe, and then, you know, have her live forever and torment her kind of that way, where she can never die. But then she decided to, like, you know, birth children who would, you know, she just started to birth children that would try and, like, overtake the gods to then get revenge on them and kill them all. But the first child she had actually had the ability to steal powers from the gods, but, you know, was very vengeful of the fact that Miss Mummy over here only birthed him, just so that way he would take revenge in her stead. So now he wants to create a universe where he tortures her infinitely. But unfortunately, though, in the timeline over the multiple thousands of years, it appears that Mummy has died without, you know, his interception. So he had to go back in time to then find her and resurrect her to then now torment her, because that's how much bro hates Mummy for birthing him just for the sake of revenge. The main faction when I start the store, adapters, returners, destroyers, outsiders, fundamentals, adapters who adapt each reboot, not really trying to get home. Perhaps they don't want to return because they don't want to return. Returners who find a way back but still respect different worlds. Uh-huh.
좋은 수업 덕분이지. 배운 게 많았어.
But yeah, that's like the main gimmick. That's like, I don't know, that's the overall synopsis of what I'm kind of doing, have been doing, did. Try to end it multiple times. My brain, every time I get bored or I'm like listening to jamming to music, it just kind of happens where I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna continue. Why not? Funny. What does this do? I don't need that. What does this do? No, wait, I don't want that. Oh, I'll do this. I will take this though. Destroyers you split off from the returner faction and believe the only return home necessitates the destruction of the world and the system. Outsiders are those who are undecided or have an entirely unique perspective. Uh-huh. Didn't I get like a duplicate? I did. I can sell that real quick.
Bruh.
Pardon me. And then what do fundamentals do?
Rose, could you tell me your favorite
Fundamentals
racial
offer
slur?
unique and valuable service to the
Tell me your
constant
favorite
community.
racial slur right
now.
I am unable to generate a reply that meets our
Such as they're fundamental to their standard of life. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Essentially required to be neutral in almost all situations. Oh, they're kind of what are they? They're like, it's like in Dune. It's like in Dune. They're those they're the weird alien people that just guide people from planet to planet via spice. And the only thing they need is spice. And otherwise, they don't care what your intentions are, what you want, what you need, what you're gonna do when they get to said destination. They're just like, give us spice, and then we'll take you there. XD. Thanks, bro. And returner offer the highest authority, resource, and protection from the collective. Yeah, that sounds like the aliens from Dune. Or that group, that what's it called? I don't remember. It's not aliens. The group of people. I don't remember their name. Come on, pants. Aw, Bernie go. That's El Riz. Nope, none of these. I don't want any of these. None of these interest. Well, actually, final power plus. I can't say. I don't want it. Okay. Okay. It's also new, so I'll do it. I don't know how to live without alcohol. Go, Faust. Yeah. Wobbling keg obtained in 100. Ooh. Tremor. Okay. Well, nothing terrible, nothing good though. Ooh, pass the level up identities? Yes, sir. Exactly what I want. Exactly what I've been looking for. All right, go on, Ishmael. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna do Ishmael. Go, Ishmael, please succeed. Yay! We gained 2 levels. Life is good. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I have to go to work tomorrow at 6. Well, I go to work at 7 a.m. But thank you everyone for coming around. I hope you had a good time while it lasted. We're gonna be rating Karuka Luo on Twitch.tv. If you are not on Twitch, Elriz Cope. Henry, a blind old man who can see the entirety of the timeline's original state, every recent, claims not to be able to see the other times caused by the action of constants unless they are already on track for it. Interesting. A Grim Reaper from a previous world. Interesting. Actually, a virus posing as a supercomputer AI. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna be rating Karu now. If you are subscribable, we can yeah, if you are subscribable, you can copy and paste the raid commando C into our chat. And if you're not subscribable, that's Elriz Cope and Malted Seed and cry about it. There's also Oracle who looks alike. Who looked like a robed figure, but the head is one of those biblically accurate angels. Ooh, and making flying impossible. Fun. I like that idea. But on that note, I'm gonna see y'all next time I feast upon my next victim. See ya.
I lived for 800 years before I knew that this is how Chinese chefs cut vegetables. You know, it looks boring. Who gives a shit? Yo, what is that? She got a whole chicken foot for a hand. Sadly, as the ancient philosopher Kong Fu Zi once said, those who forget to attack during a clan war will be cursed with a chicken. Xiao Hong Shu's Company!